Hello friends, and welcome back. In this practice session we're going to be playing a very beautiful TeReKiTe. I learned this Kaida from my first teacher, Kristopher Rein, who was very gracious to teach me so many amazing things, especially in the beginning of my tabla learning. The Bols for this are da TeReKiTe da ge na da ge din na ge na da ge TeReKiTe din na ge na da TeReKiTe da ge na da ge tu na ke na Kali ta TeReKiTe ta ke na ta ke tin na ke na ta ke TeReKiTe din na ge na da TeReKiTe da ge na da ge din na ge na. So just a couple of details. All the das and nas are on kinar. Da, TeReKiTe. So when you're playing TeReKiTe, you can play it a couple of different ways. You can play 2-finger TeReKiTe, or the 3-finger TeReKiTe, or whole hand TeReKiTe. You can also play, instead of da TeReKiTe da, you can play da TeReKiTe da. So instead of, you can play, and TeReKiTe is like a flam, tre. It's almost like, but in fast motion. Tre, cre, tre, cre, tre, cre, TeReKiTe, da TeReKiTe da. Da TeReKiTe da ge na da ge din na ge na da ge TeReKiTe din na ge na da TeReKiTe da ge na da ge din na ge na. So just for an idea here, throughout the practice, I'm going to be playing it a couple of different ways just so that I can practice it. Not any specific way, but sometimes I like to cycle between them. So maybe the first time I'll play all 2-finger, or second time all 3-finger, or whole hand, or da TeReKiTe. Quarter note equals 60. equals 70. equals 90. We're going to do one more level. This is a short practice because I think that it's important for you to not necessarily practice for a long time. It's to work your way up to being able to practice efficiently for an extended amount of time. So the new point of this video is to try to keep your focus even just for 20 minutes. So this is a short practice. The last level we're going to do is quarter note equals 100. So as we talked about before playing the last level there, is that my goal for you is to be able to develop a disciplined practice. And that doesn't really start with sitting for hours and hours and hours and hours. It's about building up to something like that. Now, something that you do learn by sitting for hours and hours and hours and hours is that it's important to be efficient, because you can waste a lot of time. There is something to be said about being able to get in a very, very efficient practice of clear focus without distractions for 15 or 20 minutes. If you can do that, that is some of the most effective practice that you can do. And it'll help you build up to longer practice periods. But the focus and the goal is not quantity, it's quality. Thank you for joining me in this one. If you like these videos, please subscribe, check us out on Patreon, and I'll see you in the next one.